Hi Cancer, thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to your June 2022 reading. I hope you're doing really well. Cancer, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you would be interested in booking a reading, you can do so on the website rubyreadstarot.com. Any other information and details you need will be in the description box. Check them out. Let's talk some astrology before we get into the reading. So on the 3rd, Mercury goes direct in the sign of Taurus, and a great time to push through with plans. Anything that's been stagnating or held up, you can push forward with it now. On the 4th, Saturn goes into retrograde in the sign of Aquarius, and this is a really important period to just really kind of shut out external noise and pay a little bit more attention to what the signs and signals are saying to you internally. It's about venturing and exploring the grand, vast expanse within. On the 13th, Mercury enters the sign of Taurus, and it's time to party. On the 14th, there is a full moon in the sign of Sagittarius, and see as above, it absolutely is the time for the party. On the 21st of June enters the sign of Cancer. That's the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, and this, I think, is a really good time for you to kind of, happy birthday, Cancer, but really kind of fill yourself up on the sun being in your sign and that energy, that boost of your stamina, your momentum, your ego. It's much necessary, Cancer, I think. On the 22nd, Venus in Gemini, it's about the intellectual love affairs, gone with the wind. As quick as they've come about, as quick as they go. Ghosted if it gets boring. Sociable, fun sign of Gemini. It's an exciting period, I'd say, especially where love is involved. On the 28th, there is a new moon in the sign of Cancer. And this is your new moon, a new beginning, where you would really, I think, want to push your attention, I think, more so inwards in your creature comforts, in your home space. The fact that Neptune is going to retrograde on that day, it's probably a good idea to think about separating facts from fiction, where it is that we lie to ourselves, where it is that we are not necessarily giving ourselves the truth in situations, where it is we may have lied to ourselves, and where it is that it's time to be really open, you know? Just to ourselves more so than anyone else. Just really to ourselves. Deep breath in for me, Cancer. If you can hear lots of noise in the background, that's because there is a festival going on. We are about to enter your season, which will be the beginning of summer, and I'm very excited for our season, Cancer. I hope you are too. I do feel like this is going to be a much needed boost to your ego, to your energy, to the way that you've been feeling. If morale has been down, if it's been low, then prepare to move on from situations and move into a victory. I recently heard someone say, certain cancers have been through some really testing times recently, but I heard someone saying, I feel really sorry for that cancer person because of X, Y, and Z that's happening to them. And I remember saying very clearly, don't feel sorry for them. Cancer, you know that there is something that you have to move away from in order to gain this victory. Okay, there is something that you know that you have to learn your lessons from, take what's precious to you, and move all the way on. It's really necessary, Cancer, at this point that you are trusting the direction that your life is taking you in. And I feel like it's really important for you to anticipate that you will be victorious again. I can't say it any clearer. It's time to move on. It's time to go. It's time to change. It's time to take what you've learned and take what's precious and move into a victory. Something I feel is going to be victorious for you in the month of June. And this is about you being celebrated. And so the point of my story earlier was that, Cancer, if your spirit's in the right place, then you can make a comeback way bigger, way better, way more victorious than you have ever allowed yourself to before. That's the World card. So there is definitely a cycle that's closing, and the thing about those cycles is when one door closes, another one does open. And so Cancer, here you are with every support that you need, with all the victories lined up ready for you to execute. I think the way that you've been feeling about yourself, the unnecessary exile, the holding yourself hostage to your own negativity, the kind of like wriggle out those ropes, Cancer, no one's coming to save you. You kind of got self-respect. Save yourself right now, okay? You're not in exile. You don't need to put yourself in this punishment. I don't know why it is that it seems to be the predominant thought. Like, can you please get back aligned with your wins and your energies and the good that you've done? And I think it's very important for you not to... Okay, so I've got to take these. That's the Five of Swords and that's the Death card. Scorpio energy. So Cancer, pick your battles, huh? There's a transformation that needs to take place. And I think you know that those doors that needed closing, it's been long, long overdue, huh? Five of Pentacles. This lack mindset, this poverty mindset, this kind of real... I don't feel like you're on your own side right now, Cancer. I feel like the self-talk, the things that you're telling yourself, are really holding you in places that you know are so needing a transformation. I think it's really necessary, Cancer, for you to kind of see where is all of this doom and gloom coming from, and if it's got something to do with the energy that you have been keeping, have kept, and the energetic residual of that, it's a good idea to see where it is that you can clear up certain cobwebs. There seems to be a fresh new beginning that's needed from you, and a heart that needs mending. That's the Three of Swords, and this is the Three of Wands. So that's 33, bottom of the deck, the Ace of Wands. Cancer, in the month of June, there is a lucky break. There is a moment of creation, a spark moment, a matchstick moment where things kind of align for you. And they're kind of aligning you for the win. There's just a lot of healing that has to take place before you get through that portal, before you get through that door, which on the other side is the victory as such. So let's break this down. You know that there's something that you have to move on from, somewhere that you have to move on from, something that you have to move on from, things that you know you just can't, like, you can't take with you anymore, kind of thing. So I think the thing here, Cancer, is to anticipate a win. There's a moment of creation. There's a moment of initiative or an invitation of such. Okay, so expect something to happen which does result in a win. There is a door you have to walk through, however, and that will mean closing one door in order to be able to open another. I'm going to say your energy is a bit of a commodity at the moment, so make sure that when you are in these really high energy debates or, you know, arguments or battles or fights or whatever they are, kind of ask yourself, is this worth my energy right now? You're being asked to transform, and that will require a brand new beginning, a wipe the slate clean, and a good look at where it is that you know that you let your energetic resources bankrupt you, perhaps financially. If you're feeling low vibration, if you've been keeping bad company, if that's been rubbing off on you, then kind of look at why you are feeling backed up into a corner. Kind of look to see what it is that you're really telling yourself when you've bound yourself loosely in those ropes and tied a blindfold over your eyes and then held yourself in exile and say that you deserve this punishment. What you really deserve is to heal certain wounds, because that way the good that you have done, the good karma, can come through. All right, and this might even be things that you did way back when. But you do know that you're holding yourself in an energetic prison right now, and that's of heartbreak. And you know that if you feel like your heart is breaking, please give yourself up until this new moon to really kind of see where it is that you allow your energy, your attention to shift towards protecting yourself and your home and your children and your family. And I think, Cancer, if you'd like to take this forward, let's book a reading, rubyreadstarot.com. If you'd be interested in subscribing or donating to the channel, all the details are in the description box. Leave me a comment. I love it when you do that, Cancer. Pay a lot of attention to the details, okay? It's almost as if one thing is leading to another, to another, to another. It's all in the healing. The healing brings the biggest transformations. The healing brings the opportunities. I think that's all I have for you, Cancer. God bless. I love you. Mwah. Book a reading, rubyreadstarot.com. Bye.